In the world of WWE, where strength and resilience often determine victory or defeat, female superstars captivate not only with their stunning presence but also with their incredible power. From jaw-dropping lifts to devastating strikes, these women have proven that toughness and muscle aren't exclusive to the men's division. Today, Wrestling Sphere takes you through the top 10 strongest female wrestlers in WWE. Names that command respect every time they step into the ring. Number 10. Tamina Snooka, a symbol of raw power and quiet resilience. Tamina Snooka doesn't need flashy introductions or thunderous entrance music to prove her worth. She is the embodiment of raw strength, one of the rare female wrestlers whose presence alone, with her stature and aura, commands instant respect and caution. As the daughter of WWE Hall of Famer Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Tamina inherited incredible genetics, but what sets her apart isn't just her lineage. It's how she's turned that natural power into a fearsome weapon inside the ring. From the moment she arrived in WWE, Tamina has exuded a sense of stability, like an unshakable fortress. Every super kick she delivers lands like a hammer, sharp, decisive, and unforgiving. And when she hits a Samoan drop, it's not just a move, it's an exclamation point. Her opponents seem to crumble under both her physical force and sheer intensity. These aren't just wrestling holds. They're a reflection of someone who's been forged in the relentless world of professional wrestling over many grueling years. Tamina may not always be front and center under the spotlight, but she's often the foundation holding the match together. No matter who she stands across from, rookies or legendary veterans, she remains composed and dominant. For over a decade, Tamina has proven that true strength doesn't need to be loud to be respected. She's a warrior in every sense, quiet, unwavering, and absolutely formidable. And that's exactly why Tamina earns her place on this list, as one of the strongest women WWE has ever seen. Number 9. Jade Cargill, a new storm of power hits WWE. Jade Cargill didn't enter WWE like a timid rookie. She arrived like a force of nature, bringing with her a wave of raw power. Though her time in the company has only just begun, one look at her chiseled physique and commanding presence is enough to make it clear. This is a competitor who demands respect. Coming from a professional bodybuilding background, Jade possesses elite physical strength and nearly flawless body control, traits few female wrestlers can claim. Every time Jade steps into the ring, the atmosphere shifts. She doesn't need flashy moves or lightning-fast speed. Her sheer power is enough to put her opponents on high alert. Every strike she delivers carries weight and precision, making even seasoned veterans take notice. Her strength isn't just physical. She exudes confidence and carries herself like someone ready to dominate any arena she walks into. What's truly impressive is how quickly she's made an impact. Despite being new to WWE, Jade has already steamrolled over established names, wrestlers with championships, reputations, and years of experience. She wastes no time once the bell rings, combining stamina, technical prowess, and overwhelming strength to wrap up matches decisively. Jade Cargill doesn't need over-the-top hype to announce her arrival. She lets her presence, and her power, do the talking. And if this is only the beginning, WWE is in for even more jaw-dropping performances from her in the days ahead. Jade isn't just a strong female wrestler, she represents a new generation, bold, explosive, and without limits. Number 8. Ronda Rousey, the queen of submissions and a force of unrelenting power. Ronda Rousey isn't just a famous name, she's a phenomenon. When she transitioned from the UFC octagon to the WWE ring, she brought something incredibly rare: the aura of real combat experience fused with the commanding presence of a true champion. As one of the trailblazing women who shook the very foundations of MMA, Ronda didn't come to WWE to test the waters, she came to take over. With a sculpted physique, lightning-fast reflexes, and grappling skills honed through thousands of hours in real competition, Ronda immediately stood out. Every time she stepped into a WWE arena, all eyes were on her. She didn't need to talk tough. A cold stare or a ready stance spoke louder than words. Her mere presence radiated pressure, suffocating and inescapable. Her signature armbar wasn't just a maneuver, it was a statement. Once locked in, escaping was nearly impossible. Add to that her explosive strength, and Ronda became a wrecking force, capable of launching powerful takedowns and slams that rattled even the biggest competitors. But it wasn't just brute strength that made her dangerous. It was her ability to blend martial arts precision with pro wrestling intensity. That hybrid skill set was her secret weapon, and few could counter it. Ronda never coasted on her UFC fame. She backed it up with action. Each punch, each high-impact move, a clear message. She meant business. When she entered a match, everything shifted. The stakes felt higher, the tension more real. Whether fans cheered or booed, no one could deny the truth. Ronda Rousey embodied raw, aggressive strength. She wasn't just another superstar. She was a force WWE won't soon forget. Number 7. Raquel Rodriguez, the muscular powerhouse with a fearsome smile. Raquel Rodriguez isn't just a tall female wrestler, she's a walking fortress. With her towering height, solid frame, and shoulders as broad as a monument, Raquel boasts a physique that commands respect across the WWE roster. But don't let her bright smile fool you. Behind that friendly appearance lies a near-limitless reservoir of strength, ready to explode the moment the bell rings. From the very beginning of her career, Raquel made an impression by hoisting opponents onto her shoulders like she was lifting a backpack. Her upper body power is undeniable, but what truly sets her apart is her agility and explosiveness, especially for someone of her build. That's why her power bombs hit with such intensity, shaking the ring every time she puts a match to rest. Her ability to control the pace, lock in moves, and dominate in every exchange reveals the discipline of a well-trained warrior, one who excels not just physically, but mentally as well. Not everyone with size knows how to use it effectively, but Raquel is the exception. She understands her strengths and uses them with precision, calculated, controlled, and impactful. Whether facing seasoned veterans or rising stars, she remains composed and confident, never letting the moment overwhelm her. That kind of presence doesn't come from muscles alone, it comes from true mental resilience. With her phenomenal athletic base, bold in-ring style, and the aura of someone born to lead, Raquel Rodriguez is living proof that brute strength and calm determination can go hand in hand. WWE has in its ranks one of the most powerful female superstars it has ever seen, and Raquel's journey is clearly just getting started. Number 6. Nia Jax, the warrior goddess whose power shakes the ring. When it comes to sheer dominance in the ring, few names carry the same weight, literally and figuratively, as Nia Jax. With her towering frame, unshakable stride, and fierce no-nonsense presence, Nia walks into every match with the aura of someone who can flatten anything in her path. She doesn't rely on flashy gestures or hyped-up theatrics. Sometimes, a single shove or shoulder block from Nia is enough to send opponents crashing to the mat in an instant. Unlike many female superstars who lean on agility or finesse, Nia takes a straight-up, physical approach, using her mass, strength, and unwavering will to overpower her opponents one crushing move at a time. Her Samoan drops don't just look brutal, they carry a message, "I came to destroy." Nia doesn't just wrestle with power, she is power. Raw. Untamed. Unapologetic. She doesn't fake it. She doesn't hold back. Every time she steps into the ring, it feels like a real battle. What makes Nia even more unique is her rare ability to go toe-to-toe with male superstars during special intergender segments, and not only hold her own, but sometimes completely dominate. That's something incredibly rare, especially for a woman in WWE, and it speaks volumes about the presence and credibility she brings to the table. Sure, her hard-hitting style has drawn criticism at times for being too unforgiving, but there's no denying the truth. Nia Jax is a powerhouse unlike any other. Her mere presence in a match changes the atmosphere, because everyone knows facing Nia isn't just another bout. It's a physical and psychological test. She's not just a strong female wrestler, she's a force you underestimate at your own risk. Number 5. Charlotte Flair, the queen with elite technique and unmatched conditioning. Charlotte Flair isn't just the daughter of a wrestling legend, she's carved out her own empire far beyond that shadow. When fans talk about Charlotte, they recall championships, iconic matches, and the unmistakable aura of a true champion. But beneath all that glory lies an undeniable truth. Charlotte is incredibly powerful. Not in the brute force, muscle-bound sense, but through a flawless blend of athleticism, technical mastery, and exceptional endurance. She can go the distance in long, grueling matches without missing a beat, maintaining speed, precision, and sharp execution throughout. Most wrestlers struggle to sustain peak performance when facing top-tier opponents over extended bouts. For Charlotte, though, it feels instinctual. She doesn't just keep up with the clock, she controls it. Physically, Charlotte has a near-perfect build for a female superstar. Tall, agile, yet strong and grounded. Her chops echo like thunder, her suplexes land with authority, And her signature figure 8 leg lock isn't just a showcase of skill, it's a test of endurance and crushing force. Once she locks it in, even the most resilient opponents find it nearly impossible to escape. Charlotte doesn't need to scream or showboat to prove her worth. She lets her power speak for itself, through every confident step, every razor-sharp strike, and the consistent excellence she brings year after year. In a world where physicality reigns supreme, Charlotte Flair doesn't just meet the standard, she redefines it. A true queen in every sense, of legacy, of talent, and above all, of strength. Number 4. Beth Phoenix, a standard-defying icon of WWE strength. Beth Phoenix needs no grand introduction. The nickname, the Glamazon, alone paints the perfect image, an elite warrior who seamlessly blends regal beauty with raw, unrelenting power. Throughout her WWE career, Beth stood apart from the crowd, a muscular force of nature, agile and relentless, ready to crush anything in her path to greatness. Blessed with an exceptional physique, Beth wasn't just strong. She was one of the rare women in WWE capable of lifting male superstars with ease, never looking strained or off balance. That kind of strength doesn't come from sheer muscle alone. It requires precise control, perfect coordination, and years of disciplined training. Her signature Glam Slam wasn't just a finisher, it was a statement, showcasing a level of dominance that few could match. Unlike many women who had to claw their way through a system heavily skewed toward male physicality, Beth carved her own path from the start, turning her power into her signature. She never shied away from collisions. In fact, the bigger the challenge, the more she thrived. Every match she competed in was a masterclass in combining calculated precision with overwhelming strength. What truly set Beth apart, however, was her consistency. Whether at her peak or making a return after time away, she always performed at the level of a true Glamazon. Her intensity, presence, and ring IQ never faded. Anyone who ever stepped into the ring with her quickly realized, Beth wasn't just another opponent. She was a walking nightmare for anyone foolish enough to underestimate her. In the history of WWE, few women, if any, have matched Beth Phoenix in terms of raw physicality. And that unmatched strength, paired with unwavering grace and resolve, is exactly what secured her legacy as one of the most legendary powerhouses the company has ever seen. Number 3. Rhea Ripley, the muscular warrior with unshakable presence. Rhea Ripley isn't just a powerful female wrestler, she's a redefinition of strength and attitude. With a ripped physique, bulging muscles, and a piercing no-nonsense stare, Rhea enters the ring like a steel storm, ready to tear through anyone in her path. Among today's female superstars, few can match her physical dominance or her relentless stamina in the heat of battle. Rhea possesses astounding athleticism and isn't afraid to square off against physically imposing names like Nia Jax or Raquel Rodriguez. What sets her apart is her ability to control the ring, not just by brute force, but with precision and calculated aggression. Her powerbombs, suplexes, and signature riptide aren't just powerful, they're crisp, decisive, and completely overwhelming. She doesn't wrestle to show off, she wrestles to win. Fast, efficient, and with devastating impact. But Rhea's strength isn't limited to her build. Her commanding presence is just as striking. Even when backed into a corner, she maintains a calm, cold confidence that's hard to rattle. That composure alone often shakes her opponents before the match even begins. With a style that blends raw power and unshakable focus, Rhea becomes a nightmare for anyone who steps into the ring with her. In an era where female wrestlers are constantly raising the bar in both skill and conditioning, Rhea Ripley still stands out like a mountain that refuses to move. She doesn't need flashy words or elaborate promos. Every strike, every slam, every win speaks louder than anything she could say. Rhea isn't just strong. She's the embodiment of a new era, where power and presence define the complete warrior. Number 2. Chyna, the gender-defying earthquake of WWE. Chyna wasn't just a strong female wrestler. She was a game-changer who rewrote the very definition of a woman's role in professional wrestling. Dubbed the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna didn't step into the ring to be part of history. She came to make it. And she did so in a way that no one else ever could. With a towering physique, chiseled muscles, and unmatched confidence, Chyna entered every match with the fearless energy of someone who didn't care who stood across from her, man or woman. She didn't just participate in women's matches. She made headlines by competing in the Men's Royal Rumble, a first in WWE history. And she wasn't there just for show. Chyna competed, dominated, and earned the respect of male superstars who had no choice but to take her seriously. Her strength was undeniable. She hoisted legends like Triple H and Chris Jericho into the air with shocking ease, not just once, but on multiple occasions. Whether it was a devastating powerbomb, a crushing body slam, or a perfectly executed military press, every move she delivered carried both brute force and razor-sharp precision. These weren't just wrestling maneuvers, they were statements. Statements that made it clear, China didn't recognize limits. But what truly made her unforgettable wasn't just the power, it was her pioneering spirit. In an era when women were often treated as secondary attractions, China stood tall and proved that strength had no gender. She wasn't just part of WWE, she was a symbol of change. A trailblazer. And even after all these years, her name still stands tall, fully deserving of the number 2 spot on this list of the strongest women in WWE history. Number 1. Bianca Belair, the modern-day icon of absolute power. When it comes to strength in women's wrestling today, few names shine brighter than Bianca Belair. Known as the EST of WWE, the strongest, fastest, and toughest, Bianca doesn't just claim the title with confidence. She backs it up every single time she steps into the ring. A former track and field athlete, Bianca brings not only elite physical ability but also the discipline and competitive mindset that set her apart in any situation. Her unique blend of power, speed, and technique makes Bianca a nightmare for any opponent. Time and again, she's left fans stunned by feats of strength, like effortlessly lifting 2 fully grown opponents at once. Her deadlifts, performed with calm precision, look more like warm-ups than actual exertion. What's even more impressive? She repeats these power moves throughout a match without showing the slightest hint of fatigue. But Bianca's dominance isn't just about raw physicality. She knows how to channel her strength into a style that's entirely her own. Every move she delivers is sharp, explosive, and impactful, especially her signature cod, a finishing move that's both dazzling and devastating. She executes it all with infectious confidence, electric energy, and the presence of someone born to do something extraordinary. Bianca Belair is far from a passing phenomenon. She's the clearest example of what the modern female WWE superstar looks like, where power is no longer rare, but the standard. And at the top of this list, there's no one more deserving. Bianca brings together every quality needed to redefine what peak strength means in WWE today. Who impressed you the most on this list? Let us know. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another thrilling story from Wrestling Sphere.